Recreation, 329 Monterey Street.
For my local this tonight.
Oh, okay.
And so like
We're gonna go across the street.
We're gonna go across the street.
Yeah, we have representation on this side.
So we gotta get everybody, this is what's cool.
That's right.
Y abogar para cosas importantes como viviendas accesibles o salud mental, diferentes cosas que andan afectando a la gente.
Una de las preocupaciones, como menciona, es la vivienda, pero también el aspecto de cobertura médica. ¿Qué es lo que ha escuchado quizá de la comunidad? ¿Siente algún temor de estos posibles recortes?
Sí, la realidad es sí hay temor porque si cortan el medical o cualquier cosa afectando la salud, afecta a otras cosas, afecta gastando dinero en negocios, afecta participación en comunidad, varias cosas. Sí hay un temor grande.
¿Qué es lo que se debe hacer? Hablaba en inglés acerca de tener a sus representantes.
Mira, ahorita más que nunca es importante comunicarse con la gente que eligieron para representarlos, porque ahorita lo que anda pasando es no andan escuchando a la gente y andan escuchando a gente que le contribuyó para sus campañas. Y deben de representar al pueblo, a la gente, a la comunidad. Y si no les llaman, si no les ponen esa presión, si no les demandan que hagan la cosa que es justo y bien para la comunidad, lo van a hacer lo que les da la gana.
Es el temor, ¿no? de que no escuchen a su gente.
Es el temor, no escuchan de su gente y mucha gente corrió una campaña en representando al pueblo, a la gente, pero ahorita ponen su espalda a la comunidad.
Francisco Rodríguez, director con el Consejo Laboral de la Bahía de Monterrey.
Platíquenos ahorita, una de las preocupaciones entre la gente es los recortes a Medicaid, posibles recortes, ¿no? ¿Qué significarían estas, cuál sería el término en español, los caps, ¿no?
Sí, un límite de cubrimiento. Mira, en el condado de Monterrey ya tenemos los costos médicos más altos de todo el estado. Cualquier límite a lo que el gobierno reembolse o lo que el gobierno cobre solamente nos va a llevar a las deudas médicas y a la bancarrota para muchas familias. Lo que necesitamos es que el gobierno cumpla con su deber de proveer servicios a la comunidad y el Estado que tome control de los hospitales, de los costos de los hospitales y que provea las oportunidades para que haya más competencia entre los hospitales y entre los servicios médicos para así reducir los precios.
Hablaba de los precios. ¿Qué significaría el reducir la cobertura, ¿no? Con este tope salarial, o bueno, con este tope de costos, mucha gente se va a quedar sin cobertura médica, ¿no? ¿Qué significaría eso para la comunidad?
Pues ya como estamos ahora, mucha gente pospone sus visitas médicas rutinarias porque no tienen aseguranza para pagar por eso. Entonces, el reducir esos beneficios aún más, solamente una vez más significaría más peligros de salud, no solamente para individuos, sino para la comunidad entera. Entonces, es importante que se mantengan estos servicios y estos beneficios médicos para todos los contribuyentes que ya lo están pagando con sus impuestos.
Algo más que me esté faltando quizá en ese aspecto, creo que pues, mucho se habla de esa separación no entre partidos, ¿no? Mucha incertidumbre al momento, es un temor de esos recortes.
Pues sí hay temor, ¿verdad? Porque como había dicho, así como están las cosas, ya hay personas que tienen deuda médica que no pueden pagar, ¿verdad? Entonces, si hay reducción en el cubrimiento de la aseguranza, pues aún más problemas, inclusive la bancarrota.
Tell us a little bit about just the proposed cuts to Medicaid, a bit of the fear that's taking place around the community.
Yeah, well, as you know, here in Monterey County, we have some of the highest medical costs throughout the state. And because California is one of the most expensive states throughout the country. And any additional cuts or limits to coverage for residents would be devastating. It would lead to even more medical debt and, in some cases, to bankruptcy for families.
You mentioned the concern of medical debt. Already it's a high number in the state of California. What would this mean for people just to have a reduced coverage and to maybe even face no coverage at all?
Yeah, well, as you know, many of our residents get their medical coverage through their employer, right? But as we have seen, in addition to governmental coverage or cuts in governmental coverages, many employers are also asking employees to pitch in more for their medical care, right? So it becomes a problem not just for the individuals who are losing their medical coverage, but for the community as a whole. And it becomes a public health problem when you cannot go to the doctor to take care of a problem that can be easily addressed with antibiotics or some other medication.
In terms of these cuts, we mentioned the cap, not regarding medical costs. Like you said, California is already a place where medical costs are really expensive. In that proposed plan, they say whatever money is extra, put it into a fund in each regarding states. What the Republican Party is saying. Is that enough? Is that even a possible? Would that help these elevated costs?
Well, no. What would help is to bring down those costs, right? If we're going to put in more money without reducing those costs, it's not going to help. It's going to be an ongoing race. What we need to do is look at the way we provide medical care for our community and ensure that the costs that we have are not going to be runaway costs in the near future, right? And so the most important thing to do at this time is ensure that the hospitals, that the medical services are maintaining low costs, right? Lower costs. And one of the ways to do that is to increase the competition, specifically here in Monterey County, right? To allow for other providers and other ways of more competition within the county and within specifically the peninsula and the city of Salinas to reduce those costs.
That comes to mind from these proposed plans by the Republican Party. They mentioned we want to reduce care or emphasize care on people who need it most, say pregnant women, missing children. We need health care for all, I would imagine. Speak a little bit as to the importance of having that health care for everybody rather than pinpointing and
Well, I'm not a healthcare provider, but I know that preventive care is a very important part of the overall care of a person, right? We don't want to wait until it becomes an emergency room case before we take care of something that is curable and easy to address, right? And so, assuming that only those who need it the most should get it is only going to lead to healthcare crises, right? So what we need to do is ensure that everybody has the ability to go to a doctor for preventive care as well as to address whatever medical issues they're facing at that time.
The guy that I was meeting to the old jail where Cesar Chavez was arrested. Once again, the only place in the country that Cesar Chavez was arrested was in Monterey County at that old jail right there. So that's why it's significant to go there on May 1st. Once again, are we ready to march? Yeah! Are we ready to win? Yeah! Please support their brothers, so follow the yellow badge.
Sit down to breathe together.
All right, get a smile in there. Or a frown or whatever. Giving support where it's needed. See how much money hey, right on
Están presentes.
Hey, brother, you gave excellent comments at that city council meeting. All right.
Hey.
Hey, Wes.
Hey, Metro. I got something for you.
Okay.
We know what to do.
Just like that.
This is the fight. No peace.
This is everyone's fight.
No peace.
No justice. No peace. No justice.
No peace.
No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No peace. No peace.
The mighty, mighty union. The mighty, mighty
money in your campaign. What you need with the community.
Are you ready to fight? Are you ready to fight? Are you ready to fight? Are you ready to fight?
Yes.
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 The workers united!
We'll never be divided.
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 The workers united! The workers united! justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. Sí se puede. 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 El pueblo unido. 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 El pueblo unido.
Stand up, fight back! What do we do when we're under attack? Stand up, fight back!
They totally ditched the back half, man.
Yeah.
That's uncool and unkind. Not very union of you.
Hey, get your protest, please.
Workers united! ¿Qué queremos? ¿Cuándo la queremos? ¿Qué queremos? ¿Cuándo la queremos? ¿Qué queremos? ¿Cuándo la queremos? What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice!
Okay, be careful. You gotta be, are you gonna stay here? Yeah, good. Okay. We're gonna walk around.
The workers united! The workers united! The workers united! The workers united!
workers united.
We'll never be divided.
The workers united.
We'll never be divided.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
No justice.
No peace.
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 ¿Qué queremos? ¿Cuándo la queremos? ¿Qué queremos? ¿Cuándo la queremos? ¿Qué queremos? ¿Cuándo la queremos?
¡A la lucha, únete! ¡Sí se puede! ¡Sí se puede!
say power, union, power, union, power, union, power, union, power. When I say worker, you say power, worker, power, worker, power, worker, power, worker, power, worker, power, worker, power. When I say people, you say power, people, power, people, power, people, power, people, power, people, power, people, power. Union brothers and sisters, my name is Teresa. I am the labor rep for the California Nurses Association. We're so proud to be here today in the site of our old courthouse where our brother and labor leader and champion, Cesar Chavez. So I just want to lead us off with a few chants to celebrate and memorialize the fight that we are against.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
This is a fight against all of our unions.
That's right.
This is a fight against vital Medicaid for our most vulnerable citizens. This is a fight for our immigrant community. Up with liberation. Down, down with deportation. Up with liberation. Down, down with deportation. Up with liberation. Down, down with deportation. Up with democracy.
With democracy.
Down, down with tyranny.
Down with tyranny.
Up with democracy.
With democracy.
Down with tyranny.
Down with tyranny.
Yeah, Salinas.
This is what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. When we fight, we win. 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 Because no justice, no peace. 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 Sí se puede. 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 Sí se puede.
Brothers and sisters, it's no coincidence that we're here today in 2025 in front of this old building that's falling apart. Guess what? Like Teresa Mack said earlier, this is the only county that arrested Cesar Chavez. He protested across the Southwest, in California, in the Central Valley, and guess what? The sheriff here arrested him for 20 days here over Christmas. So it's significant that we talk about the resistance. Today, we have many challenges in 2025. An attack on labor, an attack on immigrants, an attack on our renters. That's why we're here today. Even though we're ready to fight and we're gonna win, am I right? Because what happens when we fight?
We win.
What happens when we fight?
We win.
Brothers and sisters, I want to have the county and elected officials, former elected officials, please come up just so we can acknowledge them and thank them. I saw Luis Alejo, our county supervisor, King Roberts, Wendy, former city council member Jesus Valenzuela, Orlando Osorio, current city council member Andrew. Anybody else I'm missing? These are some of the elected officials. It is not easy to run for office in any place in the country. but it's important because we need champions on the board of supervisors, we need champions on the school board, we need champions at every level of government, we need champions in the White House, and sadly enough, guess what? We don't have one there right now, and guess what? We gotta fight for what we have. We need to stand up. Monterey County per capita has one of the highest percentage of undocumented individuals, more than any county in California. We have the most costly health care, we have the most costly housing, and our economy cannot sustain this. So guess what? We got to do something about it. If we're able to figure out in Monterey County, we're able to figure out anywhere else. So I'm going to thank you, elected officials, former elected officials, for coming here. Let's give them back. Thank you. Thank you, brothers and sisters. So I'm going to ask my brothers and sisters from 2015 to come up here and say a few words about the challenges they're facing here in Monterey County and across the country. 2015.
We're here already. Buenas tardes. Feliz día del trabajo. Mi nombre es Lidia Almanza y soy una orgullosa miembro de SEIU Local 2015.
Good morning, everybody, and happy International Workers' Day. My name is Lidia Almanza, and I'm a proud member of SEIU 2015.
Cuido a una paciente diabética que necesita diálisis y está casi ciega.
I take care of a diabetic relative who needs dialysis and is almost blind.
Me encanta la energía, las vibraciones que estoy recibiendo en este momento.
I love the good energy and vibes that I'm getting in this moment, that I'm receiving in this moment.
Este 1 de mayo, recordemos por qué estamos aquí, para celebrar y elevar el trabajo, la historia y las contribuciones de nuestras comunidades de inmigrantes.
On this May Day, let's remember why we're here, to uplift the story of our communities, our workers, and our immigrant community.
Estados Unidos fue construido por inmigrantes y sigue siendo así, siglos después.
Our country was built by immigrants and it continues to be this way, centuries later.
Pero no podemos ignorar lo que ha estado sucediendo en este momento. Nuestras comunidades de inmigrantes están bajo ataque y tenemos que contraatacar.
But right now we can't ignore what's happening. Our immigrant community is under attack and we need to fight back.
Nuestro país no podría mantenerse a flote sin el trabajo realizado por el diario de los mismos. Inmigrantes que están siendo acosados por la actual administración de la Casa Blanca. Los mismos inmigrantes cuyos impuestos alimentan nuestro Medicaid.
Our country would not be able to stay afloat without the work of our immigrant community.
Yeah.
By the same very immigrants that are being demonized by the White House. The same immigrants that pay into our taxes.
En lugar de demonizar a las comunidades trabajadoras, la administración debería estar trabajando para crear vías legales para los inmigrantes, trabajadores que pagan impuestos en lugar de proporcionar billones en exenciones fiscales a los multimillonarios que intentan recortar nuestro Medicaid.
Instead of demonizing hardworking communities, the administration should be working to create legal pathways for hardworking, tax-paying immigrants instead of providing trillions in tax breaks to the billionaires trying to cut our Medicaid.
En lugar de escuchar a los mismos multimillonarios que intentan recortar nuestro Medicaid, deberíamos invertir más en Medicaid, más.
Instead of listening to the multi-billionaires who are trying to cut our Medi-Cal, we should be listening to our community and expand Medicaid.
Yes.
Más de 18 millones de estadounidenses de 50 años o más dependen del Medicaid para la atención a largo plazo y la cobertura sin cobertura de Medicare, incluidos 6 de cada 10 residentes de hogares de ancianos.
Over 18 million Americans aged 50 and up rely on Medicaid for long-term care and Medicare gap coverage, including 6 in 10 nursing home residents.
Sin Medicaid, las personas mayores perderían el acceso a servicios críticos como el transporte y el equipo médico esencial.
Without Medicaid, seniors would lose access to critical services like transportation and essential medical equipment.
Casi la mitad de todos los niños estadounidenses están cubiertos por Medicaid, lo que garantiza que reciban atención preventiva vital.
Nearly half of all U.S. children are covered by Medicaid, ensuring they receive vital preventative care.
4 de cada 10 nacimientos en Estados Unidos están cubiertos por Medicaid.
4 in 10 births in the United States are covered by Medicaid.
Como cuidadora, este es un problema que me toca de cerca.
As a caregiver, this is an issue that hits home.
La crisis ya está cerca.
The crisis is near.
The crisis is near.
The crisis is near.
Be aware. Los reportes de Medicaid empeorarían esa crisis.
Medicaid cuts would make this crisis worse.
Los cuidadores de Monterrey no pueden darse el lujo de que nuestra crisis siempre empeore.
Monterey caregivers cannot afford to have our crisis get worse.
Ya estamos en el proceso de luchar por un contrato sólido que nos garantice salarios dignos y atención médica adecuada.
We're already in the process of fighting for a strong contract that will guarantee us livable wages and adequate care.
Tenemos que seguir luchando, amigos. Este es un problema de la comunidad.
We have to keep pushing back, folks. This is a community issue.
Gracias a todos y feliz Día del Trabajo.
Thank you, everybody, and happy International Workers' Day.
Hands off Medicaid!
Hands off Medicaid!
Hands off Medicaid!
Hands off Medicaid!
Thank you, sisters from 2015. They're going to be contracting with Monterey County for their rates. We're going to fight with them, aren't we?
Yeah!
Sí se puede. As I ask Joel and the Housing Coalition, CCA, BHC, and everybody to come forward, please. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Cesar Lara with the California Labor Federation. Happy to be here. Really want to thank some of the people that put this together. Big shout out to 521 SEIU. 2015, Unite here. All the different groups that got here. Unite here, Local 19. And thank you to all the community groups. Right now, Salinas is facing a housing crisis. Rents are out of control. We had the previous city council pass a reasonable set of rules saying we cannot raise the rents. That we should look at it, monitor it, and keep it at a certain rate. We cannot let the landlords just raise the rent on working families like they were before. Started January 1st.
Yes.
Guess what? The new majority city council made a decision last week and said they're going to overturn it. Is that right?
No!
Are we going to stand for it?
No!
And some of the groups that were in the forefront with labor and everybody else are here. I'm going to ask Joel to say a couple words, and here's some coalition members.
Yeah!
All right, let's hear it up.
Yeah!
No justice.
No peace!
So I'm going to take a few minutes. My name is Joel Hernandez Laguna. I'm the Executive Director at the Center for Community Advocacy. But here with me stand a group of coalition members. which is Centro Binacional para el Desarrollo Indígena Oaxaqueño, building healthy communities. We know that the Monterey-based Central Labor Council has been active, CCA, the Teamsters, 856 have been active.
Reinvest 831.
Reinvest 831. There's been many conversations for the last 2 years to make this ordinance happen. And it was 2 years of community engagement led by these organizations to bring this ordinance out of protection for residents, out of protection to make sure that families don't have to struggle with rent or be evicted unlawfully and then end up in the streets. And then that comes to the hospitals, that comes to the healthcare services. So it is a housing issue, but it affects our mental and physical health of our residents in Monterey County. One of the things that's very important is that we need to take action on these decisions being made that impact our communities. We met with city council members the first time around. It seemed that they were listening, but last Tuesday, we all know what happened last Tuesday. So we're gonna give them another opportunity to reconsider their decision. So there has to be 2 more readings that need to happen on this ordinance. The first one will take place, as we heard, on May 13th. And so May 13th will be an important day for community to be out and express their discontent from this decision. Right? They're in 4 months, they want to throw what happened in 2 years.
That's right.
2 years of community engagement, of people coming to city council, express their concerns. In 4 months, this new majority wants to throw that away. And it's important that we know who these representatives are.
That's right.
So the Center for Community Advocacy and the coalition have expressed that they're really concerned with the decision of Council Member Jose Luis Barajas. Okay? Council Member Aurelio Salazar, Council Member Gloria La Rosa, Council Member Margaret Arrigo, and Mayor Dennis Donahue. So what is the ask? The ask is to reconsider and bring the coalition together with tenants, property managers, and investors. As negotiations happen, we need to be back at the table. So that's the first request. The request is that we want them to take leadership and bringing parties together to look at these ordinances, right? How do we come to the table to protect the rights and benefits of tenants across Monterey County? So that's across just Salinas and Monterey County, because this will be as a model for other cities to implement potentially. So we need to hear from our educators. We need to hear from physicians and nurses of the impacts that they see in the hospitals and the clinics, with families coming with mental and physical conditions because of housing issues. That's the ask. So the other thing that we want to let you know is that we're meeting with Jose Luis Barajas tomorrow at 4 p.m. to talk about these issues. We want to make sure that they're not making a decision just from the dais. Can they go to their community and talk about the decisions that they're making that's affecting thousands of people in their districts?
That's right.
Right? It's very easy to make a decision on the dais. Go out to the community that was there for you for 2 years and during your campaign and talk to them about the decisions that you're making for them. So we want them to go back to their constituents and really have a conversation. Not just to make a decision and in 4 months and throw 2 years away. And so that's where we're at right now. We want to go back to the table, have conversations, and then kind of think about next steps. So there's several dates that are going to be important for you all to know. The first one is tomorrow with Jose Luis Barajas. The second one is May 6th, which is a city council meeting that public comments can take. You can do that via Zoom, and you can do that in person. May 13th and May 20th is when they're potentially going to bring this to council for a decision. That's a big action. We want to make sure that people are there to express their concerns. Look, we knew that May 20th was going to be the day that they were going to talk about it again. They decided to push it 1 week forward. Right? Why so urgent in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, throw 2 years away? Just want to make sure that they know that we know what's happening and the decisions that they're making will impact people not just this month, but the next 4 years. So that's the request. There's many people that in the coalition, if you need to talk to any of us after about the actions, we got some flyers, but we need to continue the fight for tenant protections. Have a great day.
Thank
you, Joel, and the coalition. 56% of people that live in Salinas are renters. The state average is 40%. We have one of the highest percentage of renters in our community. This is a worker issue. This is why we need to fight for issues like this.
Vivienda para todos. One thing that's important, many of these representatives were endorsed by many elected officials and many unions. So we need to make sure that we're calling them out on their decisions. Right? So as representatives, if you see that this is happening to the people you represent and you endorse these people, and I'm one of them, I want to make sure that I have a conversation with my representative about the issues that they're taking. So I'm calling all the other elected officials to have that conversation with the people that they've supported on the impacts that these people are making on tenants and residents. Okay?
Thank you, brother. Want to thank everybody here. Housing is important. It's a worker issue. We're going to help our 2015 brothers and sisters. We also have some major contract fights coming up. Agriculture is the #1 employer. So we're going to have Teamsters 856 come up here to say a couple of words around some current contract fights. And just a reminder, not many unions endorse the majority on the city council currently, just as a refresher.
Hi, good evening. Buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Bernardo. My name is Bernardo. I've been working for Taylor Farms for around 15 years. Being a Teamster member teach me to know more of collective bargains, job protection, solidarity, support, and representation, knowing our rights. One of the impacts that has been on the Salinas area with agriculture exposures by the tariffs, consumer prices, and labor market effects that can reduce hours or job losses. For the politicians, I just request to not think about politics and think more for the community. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. And guess what? Taylor Farms is the largest organic grower in the United States. And Bruce Taylor's office is right down the street here on Main Street. So not all his facilities are union. Some of them are over a long fight. It wasn't by choice. It was by a fight to have a union in there, and we need to support our brothers and sisters, because when we raise standards at a union facility, it raises standards all over the country for the largest organic grower in the country. So that's why it's important. Want to invite our brothers and sisters from SEIU 521. I don't know how I screwed that up. I really want to thank my sister here.
When we fight,
we win!
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 Si se puede!
Si se puede! Si se puede! Si se puede! Si se puede! Si se puede!
Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. I tell you, I get the most excitement out of being right here, boots on the ground. Maybe y'all been watching that video that says, yeah, yeah, yeah. Boots on the ground. We are here to continue the fight for justice. Because if there is no justice, there will be no peace. All right? All right. So I am here today. My name is Alicia Metters. I am a native of California, born in San Francisco. I was raised right here on the peninsula. I went to school in Seaside. I went to school in Carmel Valley. I went to school in Salinas. I graduated from Notre Dame High School. I am now proud to be an employee of Monterey County, and I do say proud because I know that my employment is not about me. It's about the service that I provide to the community. I also am proud to serve, and I say serve because these are, whenever you're called to be a leader, you are called to serve. You're not called to be served, you are called to serve. And I'm proud to serve Monterey County as a social worker in Family Children Services, but I'm proud to serve SEIU 521 as Region 2 VP. I will also say that I'm more proud of being the daughter
of Reverend Ulysses Metters, who was a laborer. He was a preacher pastor, but he also was a butler in Pebble Beach, California. My mother, Alice Metters, was a CNA, home health aide, that served many on this peninsula in rest homes and retirement homes. So whether or not the labor is out there getting the lettuce, or whether it is in a hospital, whether it is in a home where we are serving as maids, it is all labor, and we all need to respect the House of Labor. We know that this country was built and continues to be built on our backs. It continues to be built on the sweat and the tears of those of us who labor in fields that we have to continue to fight for fair wages, for wages to be able to pay the exorbitant rent that is in the city of Salinas and all over Monterey County. Because we know we live in a county that is rich. Whether or not anybody wants to admit it, we do. We got Pebble Beach, we got Carmel, and we probably have a big concentration of billionaires right out there in Pebble Beach. So we need to make sure that we continue to call them out in order to support those who come in and clean their houses, take care of their children, who take care of them in the hospital, who take care of their roads, who take care of everything that goes into making a city, and a community, a community. We know that May Day commemorates, and y'all see I'm old school, I got paper, I don't know how to use those smartphones all the time. But May Day commemorates the historic struggles and gains made by workers and the labor movement. Labor and allies, we come together today across our county, state, and our nation because we have to stand in solidarity. Yo, we gotta stand together. That's right. I don't care what we look like, I don't care where we came from, or what we doing. We have to stand together. Because we honor and we celebrate invaluable contributions from all workers. Because our janitors, the little lady that comes in and cleans our bathroom, I make sure I'm cleaning up after myself behind her because I know how much hard work that is and how sometimes that's not something that we lift up. But we have to appreciate those people who are cleaning up behind us, who are cleaning up our streets, who are picking our lettuce, who are doing all those things that keep us going. We have to continue to respect them and to show them the dignity that they deserve. That's right. We know this for a fact, especially as our community is known as the salad bowl of the world. And I just heard that Taylor Farms is the largest organic grower in the nation. Okay, that's interesting. With one of the highest populations of undocumented workers in California. And again, we depend on them to feed our families. And think about it, we depend on them to feed our families, but then they might not be able to make enough money and they gotta stay in a house or apartment or a room with 3 or 4 different families because they can't afford to rent by themselves. And Lord knows we're talking about buying homes, and I'm still gonna buy one, y'all. But I'm telling you, that is what we are here for. We all have a right to purchase a home in Monterey County, not just to rent one. That's right. That's right. You go. Greedy billionaires and corporations are rigging industry and immigration rules to exploit us for their own gain. By seeking out to cut vital programs, as we've already talked about, seeking to cut Social Security, millions of Americans and seniors depend on these programs that unelected billionaire Mr. Musk wants to cut. That is why we are here today, to let our voice be loud and clear. We will not back down. We will fight back. Yes. Se puede! We will not be silenced. We will not be silenced. That's right. The detention of student activists and the abduction and incarceration of immigrants without due process. That's criminal, y'all. Due process and transparency represent direct attacks on our rights and our liberties. We will stand in solidarity with students and immigration subject to unjust and unlawful procedures. Federal workers have been laid off and intimidated to silence their voices and stripped away of their collective bargaining rights. But I tell you, y'all, as I already said, we stand as one with federal workers because an injury to one, everybody is an injury to all. An injury to one is an injury to all. An injury to one is an injury to all. We will not go down without a fight to protect our collective bargaining rights. We stand in solidarity as one.
That's right.
Are you ready to fight for our families?
Yeah!
Are you ready to fight for health care?
Yeah!
Are you ready to fight for working families?
Yeah!
Then let's get into good trouble. Good trouble, y'all. Brothers and sisters, si se puede.
Si se puede. Si se puede. Si se puede. Si se puede. Si se puede.
Si se puede. Brothers and sisters, as we're here today, one of the things I do at the California Labor Federation is I work with laid off workers. And I've been meeting with hundreds of federal workers in the last couple of months. Just 2 days ago, we had a statewide Zoom with laid off federal workers. There's fear. There's fear because they don't feel that community is behind them enough. They're fearful of Trump, they're fear of losing their job. Monterey County, one of the highest sectors is government workers, third largest sector, with a lot of people on the peninsula, at the Naval Postgraduate School, at the Defense Language Institute. We have one of the largest Social Security call centers here in the city of Salinas. So let's listen and work with our federal workers and with everybody being affected by these awful, awful decisions made by the White House. To close off the event, I'm going to have one of our sponsors, the Monterey Bay Central Labor Council President Daniel Dodge, close it off for a few remarks. And si se puede, and let's go back to work.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. And thank you all for being out here today on May Day, International Workers' Day, right? And I see all the workers out here today, because what do we do when teachers are under attack? What do we do when SEIU's under attack? What do we do when Teamsters are under attack? What do we do when our bus drivers are under attack? And I'm always happy to be in the room with my sister Teresa Mack from the nurses. Everybody, big round of applause for Teresa. Frontline workers during COVID, because we were the frontline workers during COVID, right? Our strength is in our unity. Our strength is in our unity, and there's no better time to stand up and what? Fight back, right? We're gonna take it from here. We're all gathered here today to be able to share a moment, and a big round of applause for this elder right here who made the entire march, right? Thank you, sister, right? If you want an example of how to age gracefully, there it is right there, right? And it's important that the younger people see the older people out here, right? We're gonna bridge generation gaps and standing up, because our strength is in our unity. And again, speaking of unity, Sister Alicia right there is going to lead the charge for fair wages for county workers, right? And I heard we're going to stand up for our brothers and sisters in the packing sheds, in the fields, in the grocery stores, right? Spend your money in the grocery stores that are union, right? Spend your dollars in a way that's beneficial for working families. It is poetic that we're here in front of the jail that where it said the child was incarcerated. Let's take this as a sign, as a new beginning. Because what do we do when immigrants are under attack? What do we do when farm workers are under attack? What do we do when county workers are under attack? Trump is only a system.
fascist. I'll say it. The fascist. Right? He's only a symptom. We are gathered, working families are gathered all around this country right now. Feel that spirit. Let it touch you, because we are in the right. We are in the right. Steinbeck wrote years ago about these people that are trying to oppress you. Right? Let it be known, because the working families have faced a struggle for over 100 years in this valley. And we're going to face it for another 100 years together. In solidarity. Right? No justice. No justice. No peace. Stay united. Unity's on our street. Show up and support each other. When the nurses are out there, be there. When the UFCW's out there, be there. When Unite Here's out there, be there. And when the teachers are out there, please be there. Thank you, everybody. Stay strong.
Thank you, everybody. I just want to say a couple of words. Look, we're the heartbeat of democracy as labor.
That's right.
Right? The whole thing will die without us. So I'm very honored to see you guys out here.
Let's set up for a picture. I know some of workers have to go back to work. Thank you, everybody. Our brothers from United Here in Local 19 have a petition for Churchancy workers. They're facing a struggle there. Get anybody up there. But please come on, join us.
This is what democracy looks like.
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 No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
That's why they can't sleep at night. Because you know what? They have no peace of how they treat the people of this great nation. But no justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
Si se puede.
Si se puede. Si se puede. Si se puede. Si se puede. Si se puede. Si se puede. Si se puede. Si se puede.
Martin Luther King Jr. said we shall overcome someday. I'm talking about today is the day. We overcome today. 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 We overcome today.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Si se puede. Get the water. Do an action in a couple of minutes. Get them up. Thank you, everybody.